Hello, 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 and Happy New Year. This is the first podcast of the new year, 2023, and it looks like we've all made it. And
Made it.
we've all made it in, look, yay! Today is what, February this, oh Lord, y'all hear me saying February?
No, ma'am.
January the 6th, 2023. And we now are here to explore and talk about the things that we've been involved in, what we're going to be doing, and how it's going to get done. And of course, our listeners need to know that we need you involved in whatever it is that we're going to be doing. So we need feedback. Feel free to give that to us on our not podcast. What is it? Facebook. What is our Facebook? Do y'all know? Okay. Well, I don't know, but I know we have a Facebook. So we do have a vice president that will be coming on later, kind of giving us a little more information about our Facebook. But we do have one, and those of you who know it have know it. Okay, so today on today's podcast, we have Angela Freeman. Oh my God, today is a critical day because I think I'm still into the last year. So you are Angela Curry, right?
Yes, very good.
Yes. And Angela Curry is on our board of directors, and Angela also is the vice president of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, representing and works very well with Galveston County. So we call you the VP of Galveston County.
Yes, I received that. Thank you.
Wonderful, very good. And in Galveston County, we have a President's Club member who is Amico Federal Credit Union. And because this is the beginning of the year and we're talking about, everybody's resolution is about more money, right?
Absolutely.
More money, or even how to handle money, or where do I put my money, or whatever. So we have, who's also a member of our advisory board, Mr. Cleveland Lane. Did I say that right, Cleveland?
Yes, you did.
And along with Cleveland, from Amico, I'm going to try to do this, is Kathy Warnell. Yes! Okay, so Kathy, welcome. I believe this is your first time on our podcast.
Yes, it is.
Cleveland is a pro. It's been 2 years, Cleveland?
It's been that quickly.
Almost.
2 years has gone by just that
I'm
quick.
telling you,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, from the first time you came on the podcast talking about Amico. So we have two things going on right now. One is Amico, and then we have another member that will be one of our strategic partners that will be on in the second segment. So let's get into Amico. So Cleveland,
Yes.
what you want to tell us?
Well, first, I just want to tell you how excited we are to be here. We want to thank the Black Chamber for inviting us and being a part of such a. We're so excited to just be a part of this wonderful organization, and we thank you for all that you do for the community and for all the members that you represent. And we've seen some great things just in our involvement. And Amico could be with all the organizations that we're involved in. The chamber is number one with us, and we want to thank you for everything you do with your certifications and just getting people involved in helping new business owners get in there and have a chance to be successful. So thank you, and thank Angela for representing us down in
This is
in
the
Galveston
Amico
County.
podcast.
Yeah.
We're the guests.
We're really excited to be here today, and I can't tell you how honored I am to have Kathy with me today. You're talking about people that the backbone of an organization to really make the organization run. Kathy is one of those people, so I won't steal her thunder. I'll let her tell you all about herself, because
Fantastic.
when you say in Galveston County, when you say Amico Federal Credit Union, it's slash Kathy. She's done a fantastic job there with us, and she's started at the very bottom, and she's worked her way up to branch manager. So we're really excited about working with her and having her represent us in the whole Galveston County area. Kathy?
Kathy. Hi.
Hi,
Okay, Kathy.
everyone. Hi, my name is Kathy. I have been working with Amico Federal Credit Union, which is a member-owned cooperative organization. I have been there for 33 years. I have seen the ins and the outs of Amico.
Oh, wait a minute, Kathy, you're not that old.
Yes, I've been there for 33 years. So
Oh,
She started when
wow.
she just in high school. She starts why.
Wow. Okay, fantastic. I'm sorry. Keep going.
that's okay.
You want to hold it? Okay, so keep going.
It's.
I interrupted. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Amico is a wonderful place to be a member of. We take care of our members. That's what Amico is really all about. Is taking care of our members. We are going to try to get a link for the Black Chamber so individuals can join. We do not have business accounts right now, but that's in the works. That's in the making of it. Our branches have expanded. We do have 9 branches. We are expanding out to Pearland will be our next branch. Pearland will be our
Wow.
next branch.
Wow.
So we are expanding out as far as we can to service more members and take care of them.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So when is this expansion in Pearland anticipated to?
Well, you can look forward to some new movement in 2023.
Okay.
Of course, these kind of things do take some time.
Okay.
We've got to procure the land, the building, and everything like that. But the game plan is to get it and get it going. So you
Very
can
good.
expect some announcement coming up soon
Very good.
about our next location and where it will be. So
Okay. Well,
it'll
it's
be in that
very
area.
important that we get that link that we discussed.
Yes.
Because
Absolutely.
we do service Brazoria County,
Yes.
and we have a vice president for Brazoria County, which would definitely be very instrumental in getting that information out there, getting the members set up first so that they can be having their accounts.
Yeah.
And of course, this is not business accounts, but every individual needs personal accounts. They
Absolutely,
need
yes.
to be
Right.
able to take care of their personal obligations and also have the opportunity to show how that works. So that's fantastic. So I'm sure Brandon
Yes.
Levias will be very excited to know. So let's get started so that by the time you have this, what we call ribbon cutting,
A grand opening on
all
that
of
area. yeah.
Pearland will be out there.
Yes.
Very good. So, Kathy,
Yes.
back to you. In your 33 years or 30 years? Was it 33?
33.
33
33.
years. Okay, Amico is our President's Club member. And one of the things, and Amico received an award at our, what is it called, Business Choice
Yes.
Awards.
Which was beautiful. That was
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yes,
Wonderful.
That
and
was
the award
beautiful.
that they received was the Image
Yes.
Award. And that was because we have seen the things that Amico does in the community. And can you kind of give us a little community background of things that Amico, just to share, because we know what it is, but, share with our audience.
Yes, we are out in the community. Our marketing department is awesome. Anyone that calls, we will come out, set up, talk to you about anything, any financial literacy. We will
Okay.
get into that later on, but we will talk to you about your finances. We will help you. We will pull credit reports for you. Go over that. That's just something that we do to try to help you manage your money, basically. Help you manage your money is what we do.
Fantastic. So what about loans? Because we know that if we're buying a house or we need a car, or is there any kind of lines of credits that Amico provide?
Yes, we do. We will, like I said, we will pull that credit report. We will look at that with you, go over it, just try to get everything in line and tell you what to do. If you want to get a mortgage, you want to get a car loan, you need a personal loan, you need a credit card, everything is there. Some things you don't even have to come in for. Everything is online. We will talk to you via phone, via email, and you can fill out your application that way, and you don't even have to step foot in the building.
Okay. So now, what is the website address that a person could go to get information?
It will be the www.amicofcu.org.
Okay. That's
Again, www.amicofcu.org.
And is there a phone number that a person could call to get a little bit more information if they sometimes those old people don't like to
Well,
go
what-
on website. We pick up a phone. It's really easy.
Yeah, so the phone number would be 409-941-8541. Again, 409-94, is it 94? No, I'm sorry, 948. I'm sorry, 409-948-8541.
All right. Thank you. So now we know that Amico is planning a lot of things for this year along with Tri-County. And you and Angela, you're on our, Cleveland here is on our advisory board. Angela right now serves as the chair of the advisory board. She's trying to get that relinquished to you. I think that's her plan. Right, Angela?
Yes, darling.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you and Cleveland been working on in conjunction with the chamber, and you know, what
We've
is
had-
that what can we expect that's going to be coming up?
So the first thing we've got coming up is Martin Luther King, and we were setting the dates for that.
We've got the
Or-
date set up. We've just got to we're trying to decide if it's going to be a float or if it's going to be vehicles in there. So we're in the final stages of planning for the Martin Luther King Parade in both Texas City, Lamarck, and in Galveston.
Okay.
So this is our first year that Amico's had the opportunity to participate. And we didn't want to do anything until we reached out to our partners at the chamber and have you guys involved in it with us also. I mean, this is going to be a big deal with us. This comes second to Juneteenth, and we can't wait to
Okay.
put on our Juneteenth
Fantastic.
program. And we don't have enough time to even start talking about what we're planning for Juneteenth, but hopefully we'll talk about that on another
Okay.
podcast.
Very
Awesome.
good.
That's going to be
Very good.
exciting. So we're going to have lots of membership to
Right.
show up to participate and support in the
Okay.
parade.
Very
So the
good.
next thing we have coming up on the 21st is our keys to financial success for business owners. And that's going to be on January 21st. It's going to be a lunch
I like
meeting.
that.
We're still working on securing the location, but save the date because it's going to be an awesome event. So that we
So I
can-
need to get the save the date out, right?
Yes, we need to get the save the date out, January 21st. Yes,
Okay,
yes, that's on a
okay.
Saturday.
I will do that
And-
today.
Yes,
I
so
promise
it's going to
you.
be 10:30ish, 1:30ish, including lunch. So we're going to come out and bond together and get some good financial ideas and tools and techniques out there per your program. So we're looking forward to that. So that's what we have on tap for January.
Very good. Very good. All right. So we have a gala coming up in June.
Jim?
And so, we start looking for those who are going to be honored. So, Kathy.
Watch out there now. Oh, it's going to be on.
And then we have the summer, and we do have, this is something that came up when we were in police the last time, and that is Amico going to have an international kiosk here or ATM? And we're like, we don't know, but that's part of another part of our discussion that we're going to be looking at over the period of a few months, maybe a year. But you met people from Belize. You
Belize,
met
yes.
the mayor
The mayor.
from the capital city, which is Belmopan, and now there's a lot of other things that's getting ready to take place. You met the Castillos,
Yes.
and they're the ones that's asking,
Ah.
is Amico coming? So
Awesome.
hopefully Amico can at least come and look and talk about, what could be.
Yes.
So we would like for you, I know we're scheduling something for the second week in March. And if there's an opportunity for you to go to Belize, how about that?
Yeah,
As
Wonderful.
an Amico.
And wonderful.
Because the Castillos pull strings.
Absolutely
I
wonderful.
mean,
people,
because they
yeah.
have them. Here's a string, there's a string, so they can easily just, when you
Super.
when you walk into a grocery store during the holidays, like Valentine's Day, all the balloons are in the air and the strings are hanging down, so all you gotta do is grab one to go to the counter and buy. So it kind of, to me, that's how I see the picture with them. But anyway, we're grateful, and again, we thank Amico Federal Credit Union for being our President Club member. It means a lot to us.
Yes.
the support that you have given us, and the assurity that we're going to always have a ally or friend
You have a friend
in
in us, yes.
that not just in Galveston County, but in all the counties
Yes,
that we serve.
I'm really honored to be here, but we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the leadership of our president and CEO, Sean Bailey.
Yes.
He is the one that has really reached out into the black community and just said, hey, we want a presence out there.
Yeah.
And he has made that happen. Last year, he was nominated for our Image Award, but this year, he will be the keynote speaker at our Juneteenth celebration. So we're really excited. And we've had state senators to play that role, to be in that position. We've had state representatives there. But Sean is one of the few business leaders that's asked to come and speak as a keynote speaker at the Juneteenth Award. And it's going to be actually at Ashton Villa, where the Emancipation Proclamation was actually read.
Okay.
So we're really excited about that. And he didn't pay his way to get there. He did it by action. He's done some things in the community that's really, really made a difference in the black community. So, and he's been recognized not by any business leadership, but by the black community itself. So we're really excited about that, and I hope that each and every one of you can come down and be a part of that Juneteenth celebration.
Now you can't hold that.
Well, I can't. I could not be here today without mentioning
we couldn't show our faces if we were not there.
Yes.
Even if only Angela showed up. But it's gonna be more than Angela. We have a wonderful number of members in the Galveston County area that will be supportive as well, because you support them.
Absolutely.
When you support the chamber, you support every member that is a part of the chamber. And we do appreciate Sean. Sean's been on our podcast.
Absolutely.
And Sean loves to talk about Amoco.
He does.
And we love hearing about Amoco, because it's like, yeah, Amoco is still with Tri-County. So I want to say thank you both. Thank you, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Cleveland. And of course, thank you, Angela, for being here. I always say, without you, there is no us. And I usually try to remember, I know our mission statement, but sometimes I don't know where to put it. So today I'm putting it at the very end. And that is to show that we are committed to acquiring and disseminating valuable business information, resources, which we know that when it comes to finances, there's resources. This is why we reach out, embrace, and appreciate your support. Tools, because there's tools that's needed that any business has to have. And with this information, we feel that we've given our members what is necessary for them to be able to compete. So that goes back to tools for member firms to achieve entrepreneurial parity, being able to compete in the business community, in the world, and for customers. And with that, they will achieve economic prosperity.
Absolutely.
Not only in our region, which we call the U.S. and its territories, and international. That is our mission. Thank you for being a part of it.
Thank you.
Amoco Federal Credit Union, Cleveland Lane, Kathy Warnell. I'm bad with, I have to stop saying that.
That's okay.
I have to start saying I'm
Own
good
it.
with names so it can
Claim it.
happen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And thank you, Angela, for being here. You have truly been stepped in. Bobby, well, it's not Bobby anymore. Lucretia Davis
Yes.
was our VP for Galveston County, and she's moved on to bigger, better things. And we truly appreciate her footprint that
Definitely.
has been established in Galveston County. And Angela is stepping into those footprints
Wonderful
to
job.
keep it growing.
Bobby was awesome.
Yeah, so we appreciate Lucretia and Amoco. So
Thank you.
hope to see you again soon.
Yes.
Thank you
Real
so
soon.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome back to our second half of today's podcast. And as you see, we have a brand new person on our podcast. And her name is Sharonda Murray.
Yay!
And Sharonda represents Metro in a capacity that I cannot remember to say. So I'm going to let Sharonda tell us about Metro and what the Sharonda does and what Metro does and how we play a role in Metro.
All right. Well, thank you so very much, Miss Leondria. I am Sharonda Murray with Metro's Office of Economic Business Opportunity, formerly known as Metro's Office of Small Business. We are still in the trenches working for our small businesses. I am the manager of our outreach component. In the office of Metro, we have 3 different components in our office, and those components are certifications, outreach, which I'm doing right now, and then compliance. And so I'll tell you a little bit about each of them. First of all, for those of you who may not know, I want you to know that there are opportunities to do business with Houston Metro. If you are a small business, if you are a business, there are opportunities for you to land contracts with Houston Metro. And so I want to encourage you, number one, to make sure you register as a vendor with us at www.ridemetro.org. You will scroll to the very bottom of the page. Under business to business, you will go to procurement, and there you will find everything you need to register as a vendor with us. Once registered as a vendor, you will automatically receive email blast in the areas identifying your service industry of work. Whatever a home needs, those are the services Metro needs. We need painters. We need landscapers. We need toiletry, coffee. Of course, we into construction. We need operators. I mean, whatever you name it, we need it. Construction workers. What courier services. So we have opportunities for all of those services that I've mentioned to you. So number one, I want to make sure you register as a vendor with Metro. Number two, I want you to work on getting certified as a small business with Metro. Certification does not mean that you're going to automatically land a contract. What certification means is I'm ready when the opportunity presents itself. And so we want you to already be certified. And the reason we push certification so heavily is because on most of our contracts, Metro have a 35% small business goal that has to be met with a Metro certified small business or a DBE. So a lot of times we realize that our contracts may be too large for you, the small business, to prime the contract. So that's why we fight really hard in our office to make sure goals are placed on eligible contracts so that opportunities and dollars can be spent with the small business community.
Okay.
So definitely want to encourage you guys to get certified with us.
I do have a question on the certification.
Okay.
And that is, now you mentioned that the vendor would go in and register.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when they're registering, because at that point they will get solicitations. Those solicitations are based upon their business,
Yes.
what they provide.
The
Is those codes by North American Industry Classification, or are they NIGP codes, which is National Institute of Government Purchasing?
Good question. And they are NIGP codes. So you will register in our procurement system with your NIGP codes, okay? And certifications, you will register with your NAICS code.
Okay.
Okay, and that's from the SBA, okay, given by the SBA. So, very good question.
Okay, yeah.
So, once you registered your NIGP codes into the system, that's how you identify. Say, for instance, if you register the NIGP code of construction, project management, if something hits the street with Metro dealing with construction, project management, you will automatically receive an email. So that's what we mean. Now, if by chance you do not register, which we want you to register as a vendor, but if you do not, we encourage you to check our website on a weekly basis. Every Sunday, if something new is going to hit the street, it's placed in the business classified ad in the Houston Chronicle. So keep that in mind.
I want to share, and it's also on our website.
And it's also on Tri-County's website. That's what good partnership does.
Yes.
So we're definitely in partnership with the Tri-County. And we also host workshops for Tri-County,
Yes.
specific workshops from time to time on how to do business with Metro, how to navigate through our
Yes.
procurement website. Actually, we just had one last month with the members of Tri-County with in specified areas. So we try to do everything we can to make sure you, the small business community, is aware of opportunities at Metro. So I stated that we had 3 different components. One was the certification, so I want to really push that. Please, if you are certifiable, please go into our website. Again, still same website at www.ridemetro.org, still business to business, and when you scroll down, you'll see small business compliance. And so area, and therefore that's where you can apply for our certifications.
How long does your certification process take?
Our certification process is a 30 to 45 day process. We sometimes sooner. It depends on the pool that we have, how many certifications we have in the pool. It's as stated, 30 to 45 day process. Once certified, you're certified for 3 years.
Okay.
Our certification is absolutely free.
Okay.
We also give assistance. If you need some assistance on a one-on-one, step-by-step, show me how to do that, we actually do that through Teams. We can set up a meeting with you and walk you through it. So whatever it takes, our assistance to help you, we just want to make sure you start that process.
Right.
And I'm definitely going to give my phone number and our certification specialist phone number. So check this out. Write this down.
Okay.
Her name is Keandra Brooks.
Keandra.
Yes, and she is so sweet and very helpful. Actually, she's a new certification specialist, so she's new to the game in certification, but she's doing an outstanding job. And again, her name is Keandra Brooks, and her phone number is 713-739-6032. Okay? 713-739-6032. She can walk you through the process. I also can walk you through the process. I'm Sharonda Murray, and my number is 713-739-4845. All righty?
All righty. Okay. Well, we're so glad you're going to take a little bit of our load off of us.
Yes. Oh, but that's right. And then Tri-County, you know, they're experts at helping you get certified with us. So they too can walk you through the process. So that's a benefit of being a member. So
Yes,
they can
yes.
walk you through that process as well. Also, in Metro's Office of Small Business, we have the outreach component, which we're doing now. In our outreach component, we have a workshop, monthly workshops. Workshops anywhere from how to read our solicitations from A to Z. Actually, this can be found on our website. And also, Miss Leondria, this will be sent to her so that she can blast to her membership, but it states all the workshops that we have available. So we have workshops like how to navigate through Metro system.
Right.
We have one coming up on how to do business with Metro with an emphasis on procurement. We have how to, we have access and capital. The one I really want you to do is navigating through Metro's IFBs, RFQs, and RFPs. And you're probably saying, what does that mean? That's why we have the workshop, because we're
Right.
going to explain these are the procurements, the solicitations we do, and we want to walk you through how to successfully prepare those types of solicitations. So that class is January the 18th. But we have workshops like that. I do want you to write this date down, but it'll be blasted. Miss Leondra will be blasting it. We'll be blasting it on our website on February the 21st. At Houston Community College, we're going to have an in-person event. And so that in-person event is Meet Metro Next prime contractors, along with our update on business, Metro Next Business Now update. What's happening now with
Okay.
the Metro Next? And
Is the MetroNet an acronym, or is it just the next?
it's called Metro Next.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's actually called Metro Next. So we're going to have what you call a Metro Next Business Now update, letting you know what opportunities are going to be hitting the street soon, what opportunities have already hit the street. And I want you to know we have several opportunities on the street right now. If you're in construction, we have 4 construction projects that's on the street right now. Our goal is, one of the projects for Metro Next is to make sure that all of Metro's bus stops are wheelchair lift accessible. And so over the course of the next 5 to 20 years, we'll be doing that. Of course, they'll be done sooner than that. But this project is a long range project.
Okay.
And so, as stated, we have 5 construction projects that on the street right now, where there's a 35% small business goal. So that's where you, the small business, can take advantage of that.
Okay. I have a
Yes, go right
question.
ahead.
35% small business goal, and in working with business owners, and we use these figures, 10%, 25%. That doesn't really resonate because they don't understand what the percentage has in relationship to the project. So are we talking about 35% of the project cost? Are we talking about 35% of the projection, or 35% of utilization? So where are we when we say a percentage of the goal is a percentage?
That's a good question. What we're stating is, if the prime contractor bids a contract for $500,000, 35% of that $500,000 is going to a small business.
So it's 35% of the contract,
Of the contract
price,
price.
and not just in the air 35%.
No, ma'am,
because,
it's 35%
yeah,
of the
because-
project.
Because we, in speaking with members, we've learned that these things, because they're not aware of the money part of it, the 35% is not quite clear.
Okay.
And because it's not clear, they don't participate. So now we have been working with our Alliance program members for them to understand,
Okay.
when you see a goal,
Yes.
that goal is not just the number of
It's
people.
No,
It
it's
has
the
to do
dollar
with
amount.
the dollar. Yes.
It is the dollar amount of the project. If you bid, if the prime contractor bids and wins, if they say $350,000, 35% of that $350,000 is going to go to a Metro Certified Small Business, or a DBE, meaning a disadvantaged business enterprise.
And there's the compliance. That what do you do in the compliance part of that?
Another good question. Metro, our office pride ourselves on having an exceptional compliance department, a group, and we call ourselves the compliance police.
Oh.
If you have landed a contract with Metro as a small business, and we make sure we monitor the contract from cradle to grave, make sure that you guys are going to get paid, make sure they are utilizing you before the contract ends. And so we don't just have a good faith effort. If we say there's a 35% small business goal on the contract, there's documents, paperwork that you have to put where you're going to use this small business, what will they be doing for you. It is in writing. So we try to make it as clear as possible for both the prime and the subcontractors, but merely for you, the small business.
Very good.
So you've met
Yeah.
that goal, I'm assuming, because it sounds like you're all over it.
Yes, we constantly,
police.
and we're
Yeah, the
excited.
police, yes.
We're constantly meeting goals. Now, every now and then there could be a slip up. Something could slip up, and the reason that can be is because, believe it or not, a small business would put in the B2G now system, that's our checks and balances, that they've been paid, and they actually hadn't been paid.
Who put it in there?
They
The
put it
small-
in them themselves. They can make that mistake. I'm not sure. I'm not
You're
sure
not sure
because
how
if it's a
it-
trick,
how
no,
the
they
mistake-
do it.
Ah.
So
So
why
they're understanding what they're doing, or maybe not.
they understanding what they're
They're
doing?
understanding
So
they
that's
have not
very,
gotten paid.
That's very rare that they do that. But they'll put it. We're like, here you stated you got paid. Maybe because they were in relationship with that team and was saying that they were going to get paid, or they friends or something. I'm not sure. But that rarely happens. And then sometimes it happens because there something could happen with the scope. Unfortunately,
Okay.
you know, something can happen with the scope where your percentage was coming towards the end, but at the end, something changed where we were not able to do that piece, so unfortunately we're not able to use you. So some things can happen, but as stated, we try so hard to monitor to make sure that the small businesses are being paid accordingly and utilized before a contract ends.
Okay, so getting to the contract, I'm the prime.
Yes, ma'am.
Do I enter into a contract with the subcontractors? Do I individually?
You do.
I enter.
What? No, you're the prime contractor, and so we have small business forms that you fill out and say you are the prime. Okay. Let me make sure we understand that a goal can be utilized if it's a 35% small business goal. It can be utilized with one person or 35 people.
Okay.
As long as you meet that 35% small business goal. So whoever you state you're going to use, because on our document we state this 35% small business goal will be used with ABC company for the painting. It will be used for DJK company to lay the cement.
Okay.
So it's identified what they're going to be
I'm
doing.
the prime can determine what I
Yes.
need the subcontractors to do.
Yes.
Now, once I do that, do I enter into a contract?
It's
or
not so
dollar
much a
amount?
contract. It's the contract is at the time the utilization. We have what you call a metro utilization plan, where it states and you sign that this is what we're going to utilize the small business for. Okay, so the contract is with Metro, and when you're signing that contract with Metro, you're also stating who you're using. And then we have a letter of intent, and on the letter of intent, that's where the small business signs with the prime the letter of intent. I intend to use you to meet what I said you were going to meet.
Okay, so
that
if I
makes
change
sense.
my
So-
mind,
Yeah.
what happens?
Well, you can't change your mind.
Okay.
Once it's in writing, you have to utilize the firm that you brought to the table.
Okay.
Unless you have proof that that firm is not performing,
Okay.
and that will take documentation, take pictures, and take us meeting with
Okay.
the prime as well as the small business
Okay.
to see what can be done to solve the issue so that they can perform. And then if there's still an issue, then at that point, if they want to remove them, we have checks and balances for that.
Well,
But you dance with who you brought to the dance.
Okay, good. Because we do, we work with our members and we get feedback. And as we get feedback, this is where we begin to look for how do we advocate for the member. And one of the things that we've learned is that members are not really understanding compliance.
Okay.
Small businesses are not really understanding what the compliance means, and sometimes they'll walk away or they didn't get contacted, and then they'll walk away, and then a year later, oh wait a minute, I was on that project and I didn't get paid and blah 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 blah, and they didn't utilize me, and they don't know where to go, and they come to us.
And that's where the communication comes. And so that's why with Metro, we pride ourselves when we say we have a good compliance department.
Okay.
You have to utilize who you say you're going to utilize on our contract, and that's what we monitor. We actually have monitoring and monitoring process also, where our compliance team even reach out to the project managers over a contract and say, don't look like they're going to meet this goal, so we're going to have to. So we actually are in contact.
Okay.
We have what you call a prime contractors report.
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
that we hold the prime,
Yeah.
feet to the table, meeting our project managers, feet to the
Okay.
table, where we do a check and balance.
Okay.
How is it coming? How is it looking? Because we have a compliance team, but we're not over that project. So we also leave it up to the project managers to make sure things are running smoothly too. So we check in with the project managers to say,
Okay.
I see now that this is almost over, but we haven't utilized Jack, and there's 10% more that they need to be utilized on.
Yes,
So
yes, okay.
so we don't just do good faith efforts. We really try to do everything we can to make sure that those small businesses who are on contract utilization plans are actually utilized.
Fantastic. Because one of the roles, we have 3 objectives: business development, business training, and business advocacy. So one of our roles as an advocate, we get a lot of the feedback.
Okay.
And in that feedback, we're understanding what the vendor or the contractor is not really understanding. So that puts us in a position to say, okay, Sharonda, where the police?
Yeah.
Because this person says, well, I thought I was going to get 30,000 and I only got 15,000.
Right.
For us, that's a compliance
That's a compliance
issue. So we don't know what took place. So this is why we contact you guys and says, okay, we need to have a meeting, and we do it mostly. We're gonna not talk about other folks. We talk about Metro today. So this is how our advocacy works. So you basically has helped us a lot, where we can pass a lot of information on to our members so they understand. But of course, we're not the catch-all. We understand that. We don't have all the answers.
Right.
And we don't have all the exposure to other things that a business owner needs. So this is why we have partners.
That's right.
This is why we have Metro and other organizations, so that information can be shared. That goes back to our mission statement.
Yes.
Acquire and disseminate valuable business information, resources, and tools. So we get information, we send it out. When you send us information about the workshops,
Yes, ma'am.
we definitely do send that out to
Okay,
all of our
good.
members. Now, we did learn that Metro is not territorial, or is Metro territorial?
That's what do you mean by that?
Okay, we serve 12 counties.
Oh, okay.
And in terms of the opportunities
Oh, okay.
that are there, if a person is in Jasper County or
They can do work for
Jefferson
Metro.
County, okay, yeah.
Yes.
So we did appreciate that. So,
Okay.
so that spreads that helps us spread
Spread
more
things around.
information out to where more people will be able to take advantage of opportunities.
That's correct.
We're so glad you're here.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I do have a question,
Yes,
though.
sure.
So say you have a contractor and they're out of compliance.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the typical remedies, or is there a typical thing that you do other than checking in with them before the end? If you get to the end of the contract and they're still out of compliance, do you withhold payment? How do you remedy
We
as they get to the end?
we really can't just withhold their payments. We've done that in the past. We've done that before. But what we do is, what we find so that won't happen again, because they're prime contractors, we allow them to still participate in the upcoming, but there are points that deducted from them. And then we also talk with them to remind them, the last time this. So we do have points that we start off that we can deduct from
Okay.
the prime.
So they get to be 0 points, and then
Now they never get to be at
Boop.
0
So they
points,
have
but I think
points
in the
that they can
past,
earn.
points that we deduct, like for instance, there's a grading system when you're bidding, because we're competitive, okay? So it's the lowest responsive and responsible bid that wins on a lot of our contracts. And so you can start off with a -5. Let's say you have 100, but you can start off with a -5 because you didn't meet the requirements from previous years.
That makes sense.
But
okay. So I'm sure the vendor may have their own remedies that they could utilize. I'm assuming, and then you know what the word assume means. So let me back up.
okay.
Vendors who experience certain, let's say, things that were not a part of compliance. I was supposed to be getting 30,000, and I only got 15, but there was no, nothing was remedied. So I took my 15, but I want to now recoup. I want to get my other 15,000. That would be my own.
Yeah,
issue.
unfortunately,
Okay.
we don't. I mean, if
Yeah. Yeah.
they didn't
I got-
utilize them to, we know the goal is 35%, but as I stated, some things could have happened where we couldn't utilize them fully because of a change in the scope or
Right.
that changed, and so
Okay.
they didn't get to perform that, which would have given them their whole 30. So the 15 unfortunately, is
Okay,
all that
it's
they
what
can.
they have,
Yes.
it's what they got.
We give
and
you
then-
what
yeah.
you performed, and when we did not utilize you as to where we thought we would, because like I said, a scope change or something
Okay.
happened where they were not being utilized.
Yeah.
The 15
Well, that's
is
good
all.
information, because that way we can actually explain some of these things, because you know when a member comes to you, they come to you with one side of the story.
Right. So that's why it's real good
Yeah.
also, Miss Leondria, to make sure that they're in constant contact with the prime, and checking the progress of the project. I know that this is a 3-year project, because when our projects are 3 years most of the time, and sometimes with a 2-year option. So with that being said, you may not be utilized until the last year.
Okay.
Your piece may not come in until the last year.
Okay.
You know,
Mhm.
so, but make sure you know we in year 3 now. I'm gonna be bugging you and staying on you to make sure I'm gonna be utilized. You say you're gonna use me for this part, even though it's the last year, but here's the last year, and I want to make sure. So it's twofold,
Okay.
Yeah.
and that's where our monitoring comes in as well.
Very good. Well, we certainly appreciate the information. Again,
Very, very
in business development, education, and advocacy, we do serve in all 3 of those roles. And we want to, with our strategic partners, we can kind of see things happening way in advance and be able to provide remedies or understandings. And again, we are not the catch-all. We have partners. Partners have information. Partners also have the opportunities.
That's right.
And so
That's
we're
right.
excited about the Metro 2023 and beyond
Yes.
opportunities. So we talked about certification. We not drilled, but
That's okay.
we went into compliance. And what was the third thing?
It was our outreach.
Okay.
And
outreach.
speaking of that outreach, in the outreach component, we also have what you call, Metro has a business assessment tool. And what that means is we try to assess where you, the small business, are as it relates to doing business with Metro. Are you in the beginning stage where right now you just need to come to the workshop so you can learn how to do business with us, that all entail? Or we can assess and say, you're just ready to work on POs right now. Let's start you at the PO level. Or you could perhaps be a prime as well. You can go for both. So that's what our business assessment tool does. And Alex Sandoval and myself, we host one-on-ones. We can meet with you virtually, still virtually right now. But we meet with you on a Teams call, as you in my face, but you just on your side of the screen. And
You ain't got to worry about getting hit.
and so we meet with you and go over, yes, and go over your information to say, try this, start working on this. So we're available as well to the small business.
So you made a statement. You can work on POs. POs, and this is a lot of things that small businesses
Right.
we're learning about acronyms. We use them a lot, but
You're right.
we're not quite sure. So explain the PO part of that
Absolutely.
business. Okay.
Absolutely. Our POs are our purchase orders. So purchase orders are opportunities that we have. They're called quick turnarounds, and they are under $50,000. I used to say $50,000 and under, but they're $49,999. And anything $50,000 and above, that becomes a solicitation, and you'll see it on the actual website.
Okay.
But the things that are not on the website are what we call our 50,000 and under opportunities, where we need, as I say, the quick turnaround. So how that works most of the time, but we're happy to say is twofold now. We have utilized the tool govquote.net or GovSpend, and that's on our website. When there are $50,000 and under $50,000 opportunities, when we have time to post it, meaning we don't need it tomorrow, we post it on that website. And so those opportunities are posted there on our www.ridemetro.org under GovSpend. Okay?
Okay.
And so there you will find our opportunities that are under $50,000 when we list them. Another good thing about that is we have partners also, such as HCC, even organizations out of Houston that also use that database, that they put items that they're needing on that same website for their under $50,000 opportunities. So if there's not a Metro opportunity, when you go there, you'll see perhaps others may have something that you can do. So that's what we do. Now for the POs, how we reach out is, that's why when you're certified, we make sure that our procurement team call at least 1 to 2 Metro certified small businesses for those under $50,000 opportunities, because most of the time that's where a lot of our small businesses can start. And so we make sure, and how they utilize you is, number one, is 2 ways, really 3. One way is you sent us your capability statements and we automatically forward them to our buyers, and they keep a list. And if they need a painter, and if you've sent over your capability statement, they'll automatically grab you to send you a quote and ask you to quote. That's one way. Another way is which is really the most frequent way, they look in our database and they randomly pick a Metro certified small business in painting, in construction, in toiletry, whatever we may need, and ask them to send a quote.
Okay, so now, thank you. So when they send the quote, and that quote is accepted based upon the criteria of how you know, the PO comes in at how? You've accepted their quote. Let's just say 40,000. All right, so what happens next?
Okay, at that point, now I am not in the procurement area. I'm not the guru in that.
All right.
But it looks like once they accepted the quote, then they will go into. They shoot them an email to say this have been accepted, and they send some documentation to see if they definitely want to enter to this PO agreement.
Okay. So the PO,
purchase
from
order.
my understanding, the purchase order saying we're buying this from you,
Yes.
and for this amount of money.
Yes.
Now you will have to send us an invoice when this is completed.
That's correct. The
Okay.
invoice that you said that you can do it for. So if it's we get one quote for 10,000 and under.
Okay.
10,001 to 15,000, we can ask for 2 quotes. 15,001, we ask for 3 quotes.
Okay, so these are opportunities, however, based on
The
the
lowest
grading level.
Respects, and so the
Yeah.
lowest responsive and responsible bidder wins. You want me to explain what that means?
Yeah.
When we say lowest responsive and responsible bidder, let's say there's a quote out for, I don't know, let's say a lamp, this unique lamp or something.
Okay.
And we've already done our homework, because Metro has some estimators, so we kind of know. We don't always just go out blind.
Right.
We kind of know what things cost, so we can let you go a little above, a little under. Now, if we had a quote for 3 people, and one person gave us, I could do this for $1. Everybody else say I can do this for $47, $45. Even though you bid at $1, you're not gonna win, because you're not gonna be successful.
Right.
Okay.
Because you already know what that price.
There's
would
no
be.
way you can do this for
Right.
$1. Everybody
Right.
else is saying 45 and 47, and we've already done our homework and know. So that means that you were responsive, but you're not responsible, because you're going to lose, and so will Metro.
Yeah, we've
that's what we
encountered
mean by
that
that.
before.
So,
Yeah.
and so with that being said, don't just take on a project because I want to do something for Metro. You want to
Or
get
I
a
just want a
profit.
project.
Oh, I just want a project. You want a profit.
Yes.
Okay,
You wanna make
we
money.
want you to make a profit. So you want to make money. We know you want to work for Metro and other firms, but make sure you don't undersell yourself and you don't deliver, and then
right.
nobody will want to deal with you.
Right.
So that's
Yeah, we appreciate that, because that's our. It's about, if you're in business, it's about making money.
It's about making money, bottom
And
line,
if
and we
you-
understand that, and our office definitely advocates for that.
Very
We want
good.
you to make some dollars.
Yes, because you're making dollars, you're helping other people.
Yes.
The
yes.
economy is moving.
And then you're giving
Yeah.
Metro a great product.
Oh, yes.
So we want to make
Most
sure that you're
definitely.
paid for that great product.
Right, agreed.
Okay.
So very good. Well, Sharonda, on behalf of me and
Angela Curry.
Angela Curry, because Angela gonna go back to Galveston County and say, hey y'all, Metro got
Yes,
stuff going
that's
on.
right. And that's a
Yes.
part of our county, and you guys can work.
Yes.
You have
Yes.
we,
Well,
we,
see-
we look for it, and we are looking for. And listen, let me also say this: we are pro small businesses, but we've also learned in our Office of Economic Business Opportunity that we need prime contractors as well.
Yeah.
We need prime contractors so that we can give an opportunity to a small business.
Yes.
So prime contractors, believe it or not, that's what rock the world and they rule it, because they can do the work. They have capacity financially wise, people wise, but that's what we give you the opportunity. So if you are a prime contractor, Metro want you as well. We need prime contractors because we got some construction projects that's
Angela,
coming
we
down
like
the
we
pipe.
gotta get some
So
prime
we need
contractors.
some prime contractors
Okay.
as well. We advocate for the small business, but we're needing some prime contractors.
Now, do those prime contractors, is there do they just solicit, or do they get it with you first and get in a database, or?
There's not
or
a.
they-
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you
No,
off. but
no.
There's not a criteria for our
Okay.
prime contractors.
Okay,
If you, well, of course, when the solicitation is out there, it speaks for itself. If you want to prime a contract, you are able to do what this is
Okay.
asking you to do.
Okay.
So you don't have to be certified. You don't have to do any of that. And let me also close by saying this. You do not have to be certified to do business with Metro, even if you're a small business. If you are a small business and you think you can prime the contract, go for it.
all right.
We just encourage you as a small business to get certified, because the more certified firms we have in our database, the higher we can place goals on contracts.
And the opportunities.
And there are opportunities for you.
Opportunities. Yes. Well,
So
listen,
thank you.
we thank you. We love Metro.
Yay!
Yes.
And we love Tri-County and
Yes,
your members, and we want you guys beating on our stuff.
Yes, we're gonna get to work.
Yes.
Well, we know we got some things in the works that we're gonna be working on, so we're looking forward to being there with you guys.
Okay. And lastly, doing business with Metro is not a sprint. It's a marathon. But once you learn how to run this
Oh,
race,
honey.
there are opportunities for you because you've learned how to play.
Yes, you learn
And
how to
you
play.
learn how to win.
And when you learn how to play, you learn how to teach.
That's right.
So thank you, Sharonda, for
Alrighty.
being here with Metro.
You're welcome. Yay!
Right, and if you're just now listening to this podcast, then you can reach us at Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce.org, or we have a short version, www.tcbcc.org, and of course you go to our website, you will see contact, and it has phone numbers, email addresses, everything that you need to be able to contact us. And we look forward to welcoming you as a member in the chamber, because membership has privileges.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Thank you.